Whoa, welcome back to another Blake Booyah video. If this is the first video you're watching, please hit that subscribe button, like button. We're gonna dive deep into ownership of this vehicle after not even a week. And I've put about 800 miles on the car. Some things I like, some things I could live without. Things I like, comes with a whole bunch of spare keys. Things I don't like, the remote was working, now it doesn't. Some things I like as we go to sit in the vehicle. This car is super comfortable and it's really cold, so the door is being shut. One thing right off the bat is this car, these seats just kind of hold you in. And I did about 800 miles. I went all the way to Pittsburgh, New Hampshire. It went all through the snow. It did like incredible with the snow tires. That's a huge plus. I did not expect it to be that well. Not one time did I go, uh-oh. Like, it was safe going down the hills as long as you took it slow, found the right gear. It was really good in the snow. After 800 miles, you know, you do that like stretching and well, I did that and I didn't really feel any pain in my lower back. I know some vehicles have that pain in your lower back after driving, you know, a couple hundred miles or so. I didn't have that with these seats, so that is a huge plus. It's actually really comfortable to drive. Clutch feels pretty comfortable. One thing I don't like is it does this 1 to 4 shift randomly. It doesn't do it every time you stop, but it does it at like the least convenient times, when you're like turning from a stop and you take a left or take a right and you got to find that second gear. Well, it wants you to go into fourth and you got to like neutral drop it and then find second, and it's a pain in the ass, and it makes it sound like you don't know how to drive because you got the exhaust. They're looking for a perfect 1-2. You give it a perfect 1 and then a 2. It sounds bad. So the 1 to 4, that's one thing I do not like. A couple more things I do like. Just the simplicity of the vehicle. This whole area is just simple. Everything is simple to use. Turn it on. You don't have to go through 100 buttons. The friggin' Audi, it's like, oh, I gotta set my temperature, set this, blah, blah, blah. This is turn the knob like you're twisting somebody's nipples and you're good to go. The radio is super easy. It doesn't have Bluetooth. It's hooked up to the phone, so it's hands-free calling, but I have to plug in my little radio signal, and that worked the entire time going all the way to Pittsburgh. Didn't lose signal once. It's like a Roku, I think, Walmart. It's about 20 bucks at Walmart. Super easy to use. Sounds pretty crisp. You know, I said the blue light in the previous video, I wasn't a huge fan of that. Well, I'm not gonna lie, and this is the teenager coming out at me. It looks pretty cool at night, so I'm gonna keep it. A lot of people will say visibility on these cars, not so great. It's not. The windshield is not that big. The windows are not that big. Look at that. What is that? That's like a peephole for the passengers in the back. And then your rear is like tightened up. Visibility is crap in this car, but I haven't encountered a problem yet. My blind spot is pretty bad, but I haven't run anyone off the road yet, so that's a plus. The cruise control worked. I tried the cruise control, worked perfect. This thing going down the road at 80 miles an hour is just very nice. Very nice. Even with the winter tires, it's very nice. So pleasant surprise on that. Here's another pleasant surprise. I filled this thing probably twice now with the 800 miles, no, like 2.5 times, because it's 800 miles and I think I only got about 300 miles to the tank. So on this last fill up, I actually got 20 miles a gallon. That's, I know what you're thinking, like that's all highway, yada yada. Like, no, these roads sucked. These roads are terrible going up to Pittsburgh. Like, yeah, it's highway to exit 35 once you go through the notch, and then you do a little more driving, and then it's a living hell for like 13 miles. It was like the worst. I had to follow a plow truck back from Pittsburgh in the night with snow. This thing like absorbed all the bumps. I'm pretty sure my exhaust knocked loose, so I gotta fix that. It was a living hell on the car, and I feel kind of bad because I just picked up. Car just made a couple noises. I feel pretty bad because I took it through like a torture test, but I had to, and it came out on top. Like, this car, it hits me in the feels. Another thing I don't like though, when the remote stopped working the other day, like literally the day I got it. These 3 keys, I don't know if one is like not rigged up to the security system because it says theft attempted. Like 50% of the time I start this vehicle now. Now, of course, you just hit the menu and it clears and you're good to go. Another plus about this car is the startup, because it makes me smile pretty much all the time. Now, the cold start in this car is not that great. Like, cold start, it'd be rumbling and like, boom! This doesn't have a cold start like that. It's just kind of like, But the warm start actually is a little bit better than the cold start. So it actually didn't do it this time. Look at that. It comes up 50% of the time. It still does that. It still yells at you for the seatbelt, even though you have the seatbelt on. It still does that. That's kind of a pain in the ass. But it will come up, theft attempted, hit the menu, blah, 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 you're good to go. I don't know what the hell it is. The gauges at night, perfectly easy to see. Like nighttime driving in this thing is really well. Like all the gauges work. I mean, I did a drive this weekend with it. I'm gonna shut her down. I put a lot of miles in a very short amount of time with this car. Quite honest, did not have a problem with it. Even in the snow, like the snowiest of snow. I was going up roads. I'll throw in some footage. I took some footage. Here it is now. You shouldn't be driving your Camaro SS in the winter with the snowy roads. It's gonna get dangerous. Guys, this car drives probably just as good, if not better than the Audi in the snow. It's a freaking, she's a thick girl, so she sticks right to the road. And honestly, the only problem I have right now is slow people in front of me. All right, we're going nice and slow. This is just gonna prove, like, I mean, this car actually really is pretty decent in snow. This is a completely covered road. And these tires, these brand new winter tires, are sticking. I tell you what. As you can see, I've engaged the fun button. So no traction control whatsoever. So we're having some fun on this this back road. We got another 5.5 miles of this. So yay. Tell you what, that is so America and fun in New England. So another very real thing that I don't like, and I'm sure it's just during the winter, dry air. Obviously you get a little bit of a spark when you exit the vehicle. The Audi doesn't really do it. This car does it every single time I step out of the vehicle. I'll do it now. I'm like, hey, step out of the vehicle. Okay, sure, officer. I already felt it on my leg. It just happened on my leg. I go touch the door and I get a little spark. If I don't touch my leg, I get it all in my hand. So already I've learned to just kind of like brush my arm up against it. Static electricity is real in this car. Does that mean I don't like it? Absolutely not. Because look at these halos. If they were on, that's better. After not even a week of ownership, it'll be a week this Tuesday. It's Sunday right now. I'm already in love with this car. Like, I really like this car a lot. It's obviously old. It's 9 years old. It was cheap. Could it be faster? Hell yeah, I could. Will it be faster? Heck yes, it will. I'm already thinking about a cam. I think doing a cam will add quite a bit to this car. And rims. Holy crap. Who plasti dips rims anymore in this day and age? It was cool for like a year or two. I was like, yeah, you can plasti dip and take it off. Now it's just a pain in the ass. Look at these though. I love these Brembos. Come stock with Brembos. Whatever this exhaust is, I found the sweet spot right below 2 grand, about 1800. It pops like popcorn and it sounds pretty good. Some people don't like it. I absolutely love it. So that's a plus. These taillights are badass. I mean, honestly, I like these over the, I think it was the 2014 to 2016 taillights that look like Honda Accord lights. These don't. These are classic. I really do like these, except for those chrome inserts. Probably gonna take those out. It was just a really fun car to drive all the way up north and back, especially on the roads. Like the suspension actually absorbed quite a bit of the bumps. I mean, I feel bad. I put it through hell and it responded just fine. So I don't know, guys. Like I like this car already. Now, what I need you guys to do for me right now, let me know if the Audi has to go. The truck's in the shop. I'm hoping to get it back sometime this week. I had that coolant problem. It's a little more extensive than I thought. I want to get the truck back. I want to get it to a daily driver position. I want this summer to be add a little bit power here and there, take it to the track, maybe trailer it to the track, really put it to the test so I don't have to worry about driving it home. But as far as the Audi goes, I drive about 300 miles a week. I need a vehicle that's gonna be pretty decent. I don't mind getting 20 miles a gallon with this car. It's a lot of fun to drive. I don't want to put all the miles on it. I don't want to get rid of the Audi. I've had the Audi. It's the longest I've ever had a car in my life. So I got an attachment to the Audi. Comment down below. Should I get rid of the Audi and go for an SRT8 something? Maybe. Let's see right there. Oh God. I wasn't a huge fan of this body style when it came out. I'm a little bit more of a fan now. I'm a fan. You got me, Chevy, okay? I got the Chevy car, I got the Chevy truck. Before long, I'm gonna grow a mullet, I'm gonna start smoking cigarettes, and probably buy a trailer and park it next to a river. I don't know, and just live out of that, and just have cars the rest of my life. I gotta go, it's super cold out. I can't wait till summer. You guys keep it weird. I'll see you in the next one.